True or false? Facebook recently conducted experiments to manipulate people's moods. True. Google, Facebook, Netflix, Amazon, and other sites alter what they show you based on a profile that they created about you. True. Soon you may not have any control over what shows up in your searches, your queues, and your newsfeed. Maybe.
Let's see, how are you trying to stay on?
Hola amigos, my name's Eddie G and you're watching P.O.V. on Me Too News. Have you logged into Facebook and noticed that in your newsfeed, in addition to posts from a few minutes ago, you're also seeing posts from maybe yesterday or 2 days ago? Like pictures from that party that your friends had this weekend and they didn't invite you to. Huh? I was invited? Who the hell checks events on Facebook anyway? But as I was saying, if you have noticed these out of order posts, or that certain kinds of movies end up showing up in your suggestions on Netflix, you probably already know that a lot of these sites alter the content they show you based on what they think you would like, or consider relevant. But how do these sites determine what you consider relevant? Well, to a large extent, you help them. With every like, share, hide, block, and even who you interact with, you're helping make this algorithm, basically a computer program, a hell of a lot smarter. Maybe too smart. Anyway, eventually these programs start to build a profile on you. Oh, this dude likes documentaries. In a sense, it's feeding you what you tell it you like. This data is also used by advertisers to tailor content to you. That's probably why you see some ads in Spanish sometimes if you're a Spanish speaker, or why you keep getting those ads for that Viagra. What have you been searching on? So back to Facebook. Facebook is basically feeding you what you're telling it you like. Or is it? As Eli Pariser or whatever, as he said one time at TED in 2011, these algorithms may also be creating filter bubbles. Not only showing you content that you want to see, but also sheltering you from information they think you may not want to see. For example, if you see a lot of posts from a certain group of people, let's say friends or family, but you don't get a lot of updates from friends in other parts of the world, Facebook probably decided on your behalf that these people are not that relevant because you don't interact with them all the time.
However,
did you know that Facebook recently went a step further and conducted psychological experiments on over 700,000 people? In this experiment, they altered people's news feeds to see if emotion would transfer over a network. Basically, they altered your news feed to see if they could alter your mood. So if you were feeling depressed, it was probably Facebook's fault. Wait a minute, I didn't agree to no psychological testing. Actually you did. You mean you didn't read all those pages and pages of terms and conditions? What do you mean you didn't know? It was right there in one of the 700 pages and pages and pages. In very small print, it says, information may be used for technical operations, including troubleshooting, data analysis, testing, research, and service improvement. Híjole. This is my POV. Look, we live in a world where for the sake of convenience and a more customized customer service experience, we are agreeing to give a lot of information to these companies, which we trust are going to act ethically and in the interest of the common good. So can we trust these companies who operate to make a profit, to act in the best interest of the people it collects data from? What? Of course, he said sarcastically. How has unregulated capitalism ever led us astray? Oh yeah. Okay, enough about that. I know what you're thinking. So what the hell can I do? Stop using Facebook altogether? Not search WebMD to see what illness I'm dying from? No, I mean there's less drastic ways to deal with privacy. Here are a few things that I think you can do to protect your privacy. Number 1. Be careful what you click on because you vote with your clicks. You do have some control over what shows up in your news feeds and searches and queues. Remember, to a large extent, these algorithms are providing suggestions based on what you choose to click on. So if you don't click on my post, eventually I'm not gonna show up in your feed. One way you can make sure that content gets to you and it's not filtered out of your bubble is to interact with it. So click, comment, and share things that are going to provide you with a diverse viewpoint, make you feel good, or help you learn something new. So click, comment, and share this video. Shameless plug. Limit the amount of data that sites can collect about you by installing plugins or extensions like Ghostery, Lightbeam, or even better yet, use a secure web browser like Tor or Tor. Number 3, be aware and be technologically literate. Being aware that these things are happening in the first place will go a long way. I recommend you watch a couple of TED Talks on TED.com. One is called Filter Bubbles by that guy who created Upworthy on Facebook. The second is called Why Privacy Matters, and it talks about how in the future, machines will know your social security number just by looking at a photo of you. Oh, What? You mean now it's possible to do that? What? It's a fascinating talk. I've included links and a bunch of other stuff down in the description on YouTube. Oh, and while you're there, make sure you subscribe. Remember, keep content like this in your feed by interacting with it. We appreciate your shares, likes, and of course your subscribes on YouTube. Anyway, that's just my POV. Let me know what you think. My name's Eddie G. You've been watching POV, and I'll see ya on Tuesday.